Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa and this is the new Echo skin. This is the Fletter MVP skin. It's supposed to be, I think, like the devil and the angel mashed together. It's actually pretty funky, but there's also another skin which is available right now. So I'm going to show you guys this. So the game has updated with all this stuff. We've got all of the beautiful Overwatch League skins have been added into the game. So if we click on, in fact, yeah, it seems to be directing us to the shop. So if we go to the shop, you will notice that the Roadhog skin is also available. Good God. So this is the San Francisco Shock Championship skin from last year. And apparently I've got a hell of a lot of League tokens. So I guess I'm probably going to be buying these. So this is obviously pretty goddamn good. I mean, this is... Roadhog, again, just gets incredible skins. Like, the last event he had... I mean, the last event... it was literally a Roadhog event. The Pashimari event. What the hell? Although I think this skin is slightly better. I mean, look at that. It's got flames on his hook. This is actually a really good skin, this is. This is like one of those absolutely ridiculous top-tier skins. Like, what the hell? That is mental for a Roadhog skin. Like, that is actually mental. Now, this is the one that we knew nothing about until today. We've seen a very small teaser for this yesterday from the Overwatch League Twitter, and it showed the hooves and a little bit of the wing. But this is, yeah, it's... well, I guess we'll get this. Yeah, the Echo Good and Evil skin. Give it me, whatever. Apparently I've got... And we'll get the Roadhog one as well, because that's pretty good. Give me that. Thank you very much. We'll equip this. And, yeah. I think this looks pretty nice, actually. Obviously, you can see where they're going for. You know, half the sort of evil, and then the angelic wings, the devil wings. Looks a little like Diablo-y. It's pretty cool, this is. It's actually a really nice skin. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go and jump into the experimental thing, because... oh, my lord. Overwatch Experimental Patch Notes, March the 22nd, 2021. Experimental Hero Updates. This experiment is intended for use during the Overwatch League Experimental Card Tournament and for you to try out those players' suggested changes yourselves. There are no plans to implement these changes outside of this experimental card. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. None of these changes are going into the game, so please stop going absolutely crazy, because I'm seeing loads of comments. I'm seeing like loads of people who think these changes are going to go to live. They're not. They break the game, and yeah, okay, while it's funny and it's a bit of a meme, it's obviously not going to be great for the long-term health of the game if Lucio is unkillable. And Genji can reset his Dragon Blade and all of that. Anyway, let's go over these changes on the experimental card, because he can't escape that, though, can he? Yeah, Lucio. Also, Soldier's got 2 Helix rockets here, although they do less damage, and I kind of don't like it. I prefer just one. Anyway, these are the changes. We're going to go over them here in this section of the video. So, Anna, Biotic Rifle, ammo has been increased from 12 to 14, and now she can nano boost herself. This is pretty funny, pretty memey, it's great, but obviously 90% of the time you're probably going to want to still nano other people on your team and not nano yourself. Ash, Dynamite, damage has been reduced from 100 to 90. Okay, that's fine. Remember as well, the people that came to the conclusion of these, or put forward these changes for experimental, there was a couple of streamers in there, but they were generally, you know, GM or very high-rated players and pro players from the Overwatch League, because this is for the Overwatch League tournament that is being held fairly soon, I do believe. So a lot of these changes, like things like to Ash, reducing the dynamite damage from 100 to 90, that's because they don't like taking dynamite damage. So yeah, it's more of like a pro level thing. But whatever, to me and you, it basically means nothing. It's like, great, that's a great change there, guys. And this, again, is a debate with this whole experimental patch of, like, you either go pure meme or you try and balance the game. But this is, like, a bit of both, and I don't know. They kind of missed the mark with it, to be honest. Anyway, let's go for it. Batiste. So, Regenerative Burst. Healing reduced from 75 to 65. An Immortality Field now protects teammates to a minimum health threshold of 1, down from 20% of maximum. So, a big nerf to Batiste. Bastion, self-repair, now increases movement speed, increased by 25% while repairing, so you can run away as you repair. And obviously the previous Batiste one we just went over is a massive nerf to Batiste, because pros and high-level players just don't like Batiste Lamp. Brigitte, again, the same thing here. She has had her healing removed from teammates when she's dead, and this is Inspire. So when you trigger Inspire through doing damage, it would persist when Brig dies. Now it just terminates when Brig dies. Again, I was expecting probably more nerfs to Brig from these pro players, because they hate Brig. Like, yeah, just nerf Brig, you would have thought. But no, it's kind of, it's a nice little nerf, but... Diva boosters duration increase from 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, Echo duplicate. When duplicate ends, Echo will return to the health value she had prior to activating the ability, or to 100 health, whichever is higher. And now I really like that. I think that is a good change. That's a change that could probably go into the game. Genji, this is not a change that could go into the game. So Shuriken's secondary fire spread reduced from 9 to 8 meters, and Dragon Blade duration increased by 1 second for each kill while active. Yeah. And you'll see in the video clip I've got coming up next, which is of Hammond gameplay. Well, there's a Genji Blade in that. And the Genji Blade just keeps going. And it just keeps going. And it just keeps going. Now, that's a funny meme change, right? But, like, when you've got an Echo change, which is actually a balance change, and then you throw in this meme Genji change, I don't know. I feel like they could have... They really dropped the ball with this. They should have just come out and said, look, we're going to make changes to try and attempt to balance the game, or we're going to make complete meme changes for a totally stupid tournament experience. But they kind of... It's like half-baked approach to both of it. It's really weird. Anyway, Hanzo. This is just ridiculous, this Hanzo buff. So Dragon Strike, travel speed increased by 20%. Damage increased by 20%. Distance before the dragon forms the arrow shot reduced from 10 to 5 meters. This is a massive buff to Dragon Strike. A complete meme buff. This is stupid. Would never be in the game. It's like absolutely mental. Junkrat, Concussion Mine. Minimum damage increased from 30 to 35. Okay, that's literally it for Junkrat. It's like, just give him 5 extra damage. Okay, fine. Does make him more effective against squishies when they're getting close to him. You know, if a Tracer tries to take him on, things like that. So, you know, it's decent. But again, it's not really anything. It's a piddly change. Lucio, okay, they just went crazy and buffed Lucio. He's just unkillable. So Soundwave, cooldown increased from 4 to 6 seconds. So this is the nerf component to it. But to offset that, Crossfade, the radius is increased by 50%. So he's got 50% increase on his aura, which is absolutely massive. And effectiveness increased by 20% at close range, falling off to minus 50% at maximum range. This means it's really good on Lucio, because if he's near you, it's really, really good. It means it's just really good for Lucio. So Lucio's just like, never dies. Meme. May, Endothermic Blaster, ammo increased from 120 to 140. To 20 ammo increase, great. Mercy, Guardian Angel, getting a killing blow will reset the cooldown. Now this one is like the Echo one. I think this is quite nice, and I think that should actually go into the game. I like that. That's actually a nice little change, that is. Because it's going to make Mercy a lot more mobile. I don't think Mercy is actually crying out for more mobility anyway, but I think, yeah, that's a nice change. Erisa, Protective Barrier. So health increased from 600 to 700. Cooldown increased from 10 to 11 seconds. So a strange one here, a barrier buff to Erisa, but an increase on the cooldown. So, again, it's just like, okay, whatever. Pretty boring, you know, when you think this is supposed to be experimental. But then this goes back to the whole debate about experimental, right? Can we have completely new abilities? Can we just have, like, all kinds of mad stuff? Or are we just going to use it like the old PTR? Even in this, like, case where it's supposed to be for fun, you know, stupid changes. This is that Dragon Blade I was telling you about. I mean, what? What? I mean, I kill him, but like everyone's dead. It doesn't matter, and I've got 6 HP. Farah gets a new passive, which this again I kind of like. And this could probably go into the game. Damage taken while airborne decreased by 5%, and damage taken while grounded increased by 10. So again, you've got this idea of Blizzard. Oh, we can't really call it Blizzard buffing and nerfing because this was made by community members and pro players and all of that. But it's the idea of give and take. So. Yeah, okay, we'll buff Farah and we'll make her more resilient in the air, but we'll take away any resilience she's got when she's not flying. Kind of pointless. Like, you should have just given her 10% reduced damage in the air or something that she takes, God knows. But this, yeah, I don't know. That I could maybe see that going into the game. Reaper, this one is completely stupid. So, Shadow Step, remove the voice line triggered upon arrival. So, you don't hear, he doesn't go, I'm here, I've teleported, hello. He just says nothing now. So, he's even more stealthy when he's ported into the backline. Reinhardt, Earth Shatter stuns close to targets for up to 3 seconds. Targets at maximum range are stunned for the standard 2.5 seconds. Hey, I like that. That, again, is thematic. Makes sense for Reinhardt. It would be stronger near the impact site. Soldier 76, Helix Rocket now has 2 charges. Damage reduced from 40 impact plus 80 explosive to 30 impact plus 50 explosive. Self-damage scaler reduced from 50 to 40%. So it does less damage per rocket, but you've got 2. So if you hit both of them, you do more damage, and they do less damage to you. I don't like this, though, because it feels really weird when you're playing Soldier and you have to spam alternate fire twice. It's like, I don't know, just years of playing Soldier firing one rocket, I think. Then Sombra gets nerfed into Oblivion. So Hack activation time increased from 0.65 seconds to 1.15 seconds, which is actually higher than the original Hack time when she was introduced into the game in 2016, which is 1 second, I do believe. Duration is increased, though, from 5 to 6 seconds. Translocator cooldown is now triggered when the translocator is used or destroyed instead of immediately after placement. Cooldown reduced from 6 to 5 seconds. So they've just totally destroyed Sombra there completely. Symmetra sentry turret placement travel speed increased from 15 to 20 meters per second. And they do move much quicker now, these turrets do. Torbjorn has now got 2 turrets, but they do 40% less damage and they've got 40% less health. This is a good meme change. Tracer, base health increased from 150 to 175. Recall, cooldown increased from 12 to 14 seconds. Okay, that's just a massive buff, really, for Tracer. A Widowmaker, so Venom Mine, damage increased from 75 to 120. Damage over time duration increased from 5 to 6 seconds. Trigger radius increased from 3 to 4 meters. Winston, health and armor have been redistributed from 350 to 150 to 335 health and 165 armor, which is actually kind of nice for Winston. Makes him a little bit more tanky. Wrecking Ball, size reduced by 15%. Again, hello. Massive meme change because it makes him harder to kill. But it does mean that he's not as good at knocking people about because he's smaller, but he's harder to kill. Anyway, quad cannons, ammo reduced from 80 to 70. Grappling Claw, cooldown increased from 5 to 7 seconds. Adaptive shields. Now, this is something that should be in the game. No longer gives enemies ultimate charge. Thank you. I mean, no. I said that wrong. No longer doesn't give ultimate charge. So, I should probably just read off the note. Because it says this. No longer prevents enemies from generating ultimate charge. So, this means you shoot Wrecking Ball with adaptive shields on. You get ultimate charge. Yes, this is nice. And should be in the game, Blizz. So, there's literally 3 changes that should be maybe looked at being in the game out of all these crazy meme changes. Zarya, projected barrier, range increased from 30 to 34 meters. Nice. Zenyatta, movement speed multiplier increased from ×2 to ×2.3 for Transcendence. So you move faster when you use your ultimate. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the changes. Let me know what you think about these changes in the comments below. Well, one thing I will say is rather kind of... it's kind of a bit sad, to be honest, but the experimental wait times for me have been absolutely massive. Like, I've been having to wait 15, 16, 17 minutes plus for support games and tank games, which is, yeah, not great. Maybe it was the time of day I was playing. I don't know. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about these changes. It's an interesting way of throwing out some sort of crazy balance changes. It kind of is using the experimental card in the sort of maybe the way it was originally set up to be, instead of this current modern incarnation, which is just used for balance changes, really. So a lot of what we see on experimental tends to go to live. But remember, none of these changes are going to live. It is a complete meme joke for the Overwatch League. It's probably part of, well, it is. It's part of a promotional thing that they're doing where there is the Overwatch League tournament and you guys can check out the changes in game. Yeah. All right, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I've been Stylosa. You can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. I'll catch you lovely lot on the next video. Oh, and a big shout out to everyone who is a member of the channel. Helps me loads. I say it every video, but you guys are awesome. If you do want to join, click that join button below the video. And yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.